Our right to bear arms is under attack here in Austin. Police Chief Acevedo and his goons need to know we will not allow them to strong-arm private businesses, gun show promoters and vendors, run corrupt sting operations to intimidate legal gun sellers, and cut off public access to purchasing firearms in Austin. The City Council needs to hold him accountable. This is it, people. It is starting, and we, the people, are the only ones who are going to do anything about it. If you don't live in Austin and don't help us stop this here, believe it when we say it's coming to a Texas city near you. Monday, January 25th, from 5 to 7 p.m. in front of the Austin Police Department. Show up, 715 East 8th Street. Come early, park down the street, and walk. Wear your gun holsters on your hip and shoulder, but instead of a weapon, put the Constitution in it. Bring your friends, your voice, and your signs. City Council needs to hold him accountable. And welcome back to Liberty's Brewing on Rule of Law Radio. I'm not waiting for a hero either. I'm making it happen here in Austin. We've created a protest in front of APD Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. 715 East 8th Street. Say it really quickly. Bring your signs, your friends. Also, I want to point out that what we're requesting everyone to do is bring their gun holsters. So wear your actual physical gun holsters on your hips or around your shoulders, but instead of any type of weapon, we want you to put the Constitution in it and be armed with the Constitution with our protests. So everyone wear their hipsters or your shoulder and put your Constitution in there. Bring your friends and tell everybody about it. Austin Police Department, because we are not going to stand for the feds to come in to the state of Texas, to the city of Austin, and strong-arm private businesses and threaten them with litigation if they don't do what they say, even though everything that the gun show is doing was within the law. And as well as the private vendors. So I have Darwin Bodeker, who is the owner of the Texas gun shows, who was the one that got shut down because the APD and ATF strong-armed HEB into closing their lease with him. So he's no longer able to do the gun shows in the Crockett Center on, what is it, North Lamar?
Yeah, it's actually called the North Austin Event Center now.
North Austin Event Center. Yeah,
yes,
too bad, somebody was brought out that the fact that it's on Lamar Boulevard in the Crockett Center, because, the names of Davy Crockett and Lamar, it's just funny that they're closing gun shows down on that particular, with those particular names in mind. So I also have John Bush, the executive director for Texans for Accountable Government, and he will be there on Monday protesting with us. John, how are you?
Good. How are y'all?
We're awesome.
Doing great.
Do you have a question for Darwin?
Yeah, Darwin, I just wanted to thank you for standing up and doing what you're doing and hosting the show period before all of this, and let you know that the city of Austin, we're going to stand with you. We're getting really sick and tired of the federal government coming and breathing down our neck down in Central Texas from every single angle, be it the FCC trying to stop our 90.1 transmission, the Department of Homeland Security setting up an intelligence gathering fusion center, and now the BATF coming down and trying to shut down our ability to conduct private transactions as sovereign individuals. So we'll be standing with you throughout this one. And I guess the caller earlier that asked if local police officers can be used for federal purposes or whatnot, people often forget Sheriff Mack did some major work for the Patriot cause. In Mack Pitts versus the United States of America, the Supreme Court found that local law enforcement cannot be used by cannot be commandeered by federal agents. And it seems like that might be a particular instance that we're dealing with, might be an example of commandeering local law enforcement.
This sounds like commandeering to me, John.
Sure. I'm no attorney, but...
Well, I also wanted to say, thank you for all y'all's support and standing behind us, and we need to make sure that we go back to having gun shows the way they're supposed to be held, and with everybody's support, I'm sure we can all band together and make it happen.
Sure, we will make it happen without a doubt. Yeah, if everybody at least just stands up strong, because it's obvious that this is a bigger picture thing. It's not just an isolated incident. I think they just introduced legislation in the Tennessee state legislature to stop the gun show loophole, quote unquote, and to shut down gun shows, period. And again, it's going further than that. They have the Tennessee Firearms Freedom Act, which was also introduced in Texas, which exempts firearms manufactured entirely within the state from federal regulation because they never cross state lines, and therefore they're not under the jurisdiction of the federal government. So perhaps it's not a coincidence that they're going after these states that are on the verge of declaring their sovereignty and respecting the Second Amendment. But a question I had for you, are you looking in any way for a new location, or is there anything that any of the listeners can do to help you perhaps find another venue so we can get this thing going again? And, you know, the heck with HEB. Obviously, it'd be great to stay at the same spot, but if they're not going to if they're not going to allow the feds to come around, perhaps we can find another location for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely in the market. If anybody out there knows of a building that we can use in and around Austin, I would love to have the next show up and ready by the third weekend of February, if that's possible. And any help towards doing that appreciated. People can go to the website at www.texasgunshows.net.
.net needs to be stressed, right?
Yes, I'm sorry. .net. Everybody makes.
I just want to make sure that everybody knows it's .net.
It's .net, and there's actually a place on there now where we set up, because we've gotten such a flood of emails, where people can actually buy complimentary and patriotic admission tickets. So even though the show's not on, whatever we get, coming in through that will help us procure another building there in Austin, so we can get that gun show up and running again. So anybody out there listening that knows any buildings in and around Austin, I'm all ears. Just give them my contact info, and I'll definitely check them out.
What's the square footage that you have to have?
To put on a respectable show, you need at least 20 to 25,000 square feet, and it needs to have sufficient parking. That's the main problem I run up against. Is you can find really nice buildings, they just don't have adequate parking. So the parking and the square footage are the two biggest things. But
closed grocery stores are really good. So if anybody knows of a closed grocery store in their area, is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anything like that has the square footage and the parking. I don't want people having to walk great distances to come to the show. I know they would do it to show support, but if it's something that we're going to keep, going the third weekend of each month, it needs to really be in a decent location.
Awesome. John, did you have anything else for Darwin?
Catherine Blatch and myself on our radio program on Monday morning, the Rise Up radio show from 7 to 10 a.m. We're going to be having Larry Pratt. He's the head of Gun Owners of America. And Mr. Boddicker, if you're available, be on the spot, but we'd love to have you call in and chat with us as well on Monday morning if you're free.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm trying to take advantage of getting the word out to as many different avenues as possible, because the more people that know and the more people that get upset at the situation that's going on, the better likelihood that we'll be able to get on track faster.
Right. Well, you got the whole support of the entire Texas Patriot community behind you, and I'm 100% sure that if we all stay together on this one and don't give in, we'll have your gun show up and running soon enough.
I'm with Darwin Boddicker, the owner of Texas Gun Shows. I want to give his website out again, texasgunshows.net. So it's texasgunshows.net. He has two sections up here right at the top. It says Freedom Isn't Free donation. Texas Gun Shows is a for-profit business. Your donations will be used to help support any legal fees incurred to help us fight for our Second Amendment right to bear arms, and it says donate. And thank you so much for being on the show tonight, Darwin. I really appreciate it. TexasGunShows.net. Go buy a patriotic admission ticket to the gun show. Send some donations to him. Help him out.
Thank you so much.
Our right to bear arms is under attack here in Austin. Police Chief Acevedo and his goons need to know we will not allow them to strong-arm private businesses, gun show promoters and vendors, run corrupt sting operations to intimidate legal gun sellers, and cut off public access to purchasing firearms in Austin. City Council needs to hold him accountable. This is it, people. It is starting, and we, the people, are the only ones who are going to do anything about it. If you don't live in Austin and don't help us stop this here, believe it when we say it's coming to a Texas city near you. Monday, January 25th, from 5 to 7 p.m. in front of the Austin Police Department. Show up, 715 East 8th Street. Come early, park down the street, and walk. Wear your gun holsters on your hip and shoulder, but instead of a weapon, put the Constitution in it. Bring your friends, your voice, and your signs. City Council needs to hold him accountable.